待っていました。ずっと。
Welcome to Songlin City, representatives of Emeon. Although those words are somewhat hollow because, as you have witnessed, we are currently preoccupied. I apologize if there has been any lack of courtesy. I am Tsing, a member of Weishe and the Jurtsing of the Bureau of Oversight and Integrity in this city. Currently, Songlin City, Weishe, and all of Xian are exerting their best efforts to address the food crisis caused by the cerulean blight. However, as a member of CAVE, we are obligated to assist Emeon. This obligation is especially significant with the personal arrival of the head librarian of the Library of Babel. You appear travel-weary. You must have undergone challenges on the way. While Jan Tan briefed me, I still have many questions. I understand that now is not the ideal time to ask unsettling questions. Nevertheless, these questions are necessary, because unsettling facts do not disappear simply because people ignore them. Such is my style, and the style of Weishe. Now, Head Librarian of Emeon and the Library of Babel. On behalf of Weishe, I request that Emeon explains what happened at the Tower of Babel, what happened to Emeon? What resources and personnel do you have remaining? Does CAVE still maintain its minimal structure? Will our alliance continue to exist? There is no need for haste. I have allocated ample time exclusively for our meeting, ensuring that our conversation remains undisclosed to the surface world. Every corner of this place has been secured to maintain utmost privacy. Please, take your time and share the truth with me. In this critical moment, it is important that we maintain open and transparent communication. This is indeed surprising. Nemesis was behind the incident. What astonishes me even more is that the betrayer comes from Emeon itself. With all due respect, such a grave error should never have occurred within the most ancient organization. As the head librarian of Emeon, you bear the responsibility for this unfortunate event. I understand that you have recently assumed the role of the head librarian. However, according to your account, you willingly entered the Tower of Babel. The Emeons presented you with an opportunity to turn back and return to a normal life, yet you chose to stay there. Therefore, you must assume the name Emeon, along with all the associated responsibilities. Weishe, along with all the members of CAVE, will not show leniency or grant you preferential treatment merely because you are a newcomer. Since you stand here, it is expected that you possess the qualifications and mindset required to engage with your allies. Otherwise, I regrettably foresee the impending dissolution of CAVE. You certainly possess a sharp tongue. I'm now convinced that the new head librarian of Emion is truly deserving of this title. You possess the qualifications to engage in an equitable dialogue with Weisha. I apologize if I was too stern, but how can one rectify others if she herself is too afraid to confront the truth? We're your allies, and when it comes to Nemesis, we stand on the same side. Well, let's get back to business. Something seems amiss to me, and I suspect that Nemesis desires more than just an ancient son. Moreover, I believe Emion is not the only organization they will stop at nothing to eliminate. The timing of the attack on Emion and the sudden crisis in Xi'an can't be mere coincidence. There must be a connection. Well, I will need to provide a comprehensive report to Master Yuan Xuan later. For now, please be assured that Weisha is prepared to offer all the assistance it can to Emion. Since the Tower of Babel has been destroyed, I presume that you do not have a suitable place to stay. If you don't mind, please stay in this city for the time being, and I'll assist you in making the necessary arrangements at the government. You're welcome. However, our primary focus remains on resolving the crisis in Xi'an, and other matters will have to wait until the crisis is lifted. It's regrettable that we can't fulfill our hosting duties while we have friends from afar. We eagerly anticipate your cooperation during your stay in Songlin City. This matter concerns all of Xi'an, and Weisha is currently stretched thin in terms of manpower. Help is always welcome. Thank you. By the way, there is one more thing. I understand this is an internal matter for Emion, and it may be inappropriate for me to inquire, but given the situation, could you tell me the whereabouts of Master Cosmos, the former head librarian of Emion? Well, that's to be expected. The leader of the knowledgeable always maintains an air of mystery. Speculating about the unknowable is futile. Let's focus on the matters at hand. Autumn is approaching. The bountiful summer, when prolonged it turns bitter.
Did she scare you? Let's leave this place. I'll escort you out of here. You can become an ordinary person again, free from all these matters. Someone has tampered with your consciousness. They've twisted your mind so you won't question why you ended up in the Tower of Babel, or why you became the head librarian of Emeon. Those questions have become blind spots in your memory, and you won't resolve them. You didn't choose this responsibility on your own. I'll find a way to break you free from this hypnosis. Until then, you can decide whether to leave this world or not. Not at all. Moreover, it has nothing to do with my thoughts. Understood.
It seems you had a peaceful rest last night. You're welcome. Actually, we could really use some assistance. I have some business to attend to at the government, and we're short-staffed. I was wondering if you could provide us with some help? It's nothing too complicated. We've been conducting regular patrols in the city and checking on the citizens. I'd like you to join the patrols as well. Your unique perspective might offer valuable insights. I see. That's why you're confused. I should have clarified earlier. I am both a member of Weisha and the Zing of the Bureau of Oversight and Integrity. I serve as a link between the government and Weisha, similar to how Jantan acts as a bridge between Emeon and Weisha. We're not like Emeons, who seclude themselves in their ivory tower, no longer involved with the surface world. Weisha was initially established to oversee and benefit all the people of Xi'an, and as such, we maintain a healthy connection with the surface world. The president of Xi'an is aware of our existence, and our leader, Master Yuetsuen, has pledged to lend his wisdom to the president of Xi'an when necessary. Of course, the general population remains unaware of the anomaly's existence. Currently, Weisha presents itself as an official aid. Different lands have different people and customs. Just because we have formed an alliance doesn't mean we have to align our methods exactly. That should be obvious.
Sing asked me to take you guys on patrol to help you understand the current situation in the city. She keeps assigning me all these errands. Fill your belly before we hit the road. I don't want you passing out halfway there. Now the Songling Municipal Government. Let's go. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Excuse me. I'm from the municipal
We're doing okay, but can you deliver rationed water faster? It's already 3 hours late, and we're getting less water than before.
I'll report the situation. Yeah, after the Grandeur River got contaminated, the water supply in Songling City has been sourced from other regions. The Songling Municipal Government distributes water to the entire city, but it seems like they can't even handle such a trivial task properly. I'll report the situation to Shang. Excuse me, I'm from the municipal...
Oh, is that Shin?
Huh? Oh yeah, it's me. How's Sister Young been doing lately?
Don't even get me started on that. She was admitted to the hospital last month. And guess what? The gynecologist said her labor was delayed. The doctor said it's delayed by a month. I've never heard anything like that. Thankfully, they didn't find any problems after running some checkups. I wonder if she has given birth to her baby. But we can't even visit her now.
I see. I'll ask the hospital about her situation. Yeah, a few months ago, their oldest daughter fell while crossing the street, and I carried her to the hospital. What? Why are you giving me that look? Is it so strange that I would do something like that? Huh? Why are the oxen invading the city?
What's crazy or something?
Oh, it's just some farm animals that wandered into the city. I've already taken care of it, so no need to worry. No big deal. Everyone disperse. Go home and stay safe. The water contamination has gotten worse since the Green Plague started. Now it feels like this entire city's turning moldy. Excuse me?
Everything is okay here. It's just lately we've started hearing strange noises in the middle of the night.
What kind of noises?
Oxen mooing, birds chirping. I think I even heard a bear roaring last night.
A bear? But we don't have mountains in the Fertile Plains, so there shouldn't be any bears around here. You must have misheard. Besides, do you even know what a bear's roar sounds like?
Huh? Why are you being so harsh, young lady? I mean, I've never actually seen one, but I've watched nature documentaries.
Excuse me?
How much longer are you gonna keep us cooped up at home? Will you hold the Harvest Festival or not?
Still want to go out now?
Well, just stay home and be safe.
But what about the Harvest Festival? My kids have been looking forward to it since last month.
Sister, will we have the Harvest Festival as scheduled?
Don't worry, the festival will be fine.
Are you from the government? Please help me!
Hold on. Why are you outside? Don't you know what's happened? It's strictly forbidden to leave without permission.
I'm sorry, but I was so worried. My father accidentally broke his leg while working on the farm, and now he's in the hospital. I can't visit him because the government won't allow us to leave. Could you please check on him for me?
All right, just tell us your father's name. And go back home. Stay inside. Didn't expect so many people in the hospital. I'll go find a nurse and ask what's going on.
Scene can't read the writing, it seems. Is your surname Xiang?
Oh, yes. Have we met before? Oh, wow. How amazing. You're her friends. Xin has been a total lifesaver for our family. I've been wanting to properly thank her. If it weren't for her, my little one might have... Oh, I see you have important stuff to do. I'll leave you be for now.
How can I help you? Well, let me put it this way. The most unusual thing is the sudden influx of patients.
What symptoms are those patients exhibiting?
Loss of appetite and slowed metabolism, neurological reflexes and movements. We're still searching for a cure.
How many deaths have occurred so far?
As of now, there have been no deaths. I'm not talking about the people infected by the cerulean blight. I'm talking about the entire Singling City. Considering the population here, there should be 300 to 400 natural deaths happening every day. Birth and death are part of the natural order in this world. However, ever since the cerulean blight spread, funeral parlors haven't received a single corpse. Not a single one. Not only that, our obstetrics and gynecology department hasn't welcomed a single newborn since then. It's as if the cycle of life and death here has been put on pause. Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm not an agriculture expert after all.
What's the patient's name?
Let me check the records. Oh, it's here. I'm sorry, but he's infected with cerulean blight and can't have visitors now. I remember him. He broke his leg while working on the farm, right?
Yeah. Why does he need such a long treatment period for a simple leg injury?
His injury is anything but simple. In fact, after contracting the cerulean blight, his leg muscles and bones underwent a significant increase in hardness and density. our standard surgical instruments are ineffective in treating it, so we had to keep him hospitalized for observation. If it weren't for the bone misalignment hindering the healing process, the effects of the cerulean blight could even be considered beneficial. Now, with the increased bone hardness, he can safely jump from a tree 4 or 5 meters tall without sustaining any injuries. No one experiences birth or death. All injuries and illnesses remain frozen at the moment of cerulean blight infection without worsening or improving naturally. Seriously, what's going on here? How are we supposed to host the Harvest Festival with everything like this? If only the first Emperor could be reincarnated and solve this problem. Yes, Jixia, the first Emperor, the revered ancestor of agriculture among the Qian people. There are numerous legends surrounding him. However, now might not be the most suitable time to talk about legends. If you're interested, head to the central square, where his statue is enshrined.
Shall we go check the central square? Understood.
Be careful. Are you alright? Wait, you are... Oh, it's you. I'm sorry, but I didn't find your friend that night. When I went back at dawn, Mr. Nong said you had already left. But now it seems you found your friend. Good to know that you're safe and sound. By the way, what brings you here to the hospital? Did someone get injured? The hospital isn't really a good place for sightseeing. You've heard their announcement, right? The cerulean blight is spreading, and the Bureau of Health and Welfare hasn't figured out how it spreads. You really should avoid going to crowded places like a hospital. No, it's my sister. She's weak and hasn't been receiving treatment in the hospital, and I've come to visit her. If there's nothing else, I'll take my leave for now.
Is that you, brother?
You seem happy. Did something good happen?
Yeah. I ran into a friend today, and she gave me these pears.
A friend?
Yeah. It's the girl I've been telling you about. Turns out she's living here in Songlin City too. Can you believe it? I never thought I'd get a chance to see her again. If it weren't for her taking care of me back then, I wouldn't have made it to see you again, brother. I've always wanted to properly thank her.
So, did you thank her properly this time?
Yeah. We had a long chat. She's doing great now.
And she told me she's got an awesome job. I believe her because she had this warm glow in her eyes. She must have found herself a fantastic place. But she seemed busy with something important and had to leave. I wish I could have spent more time with her and introduced her to you.
Don't worry. We'll meet her again someday.
You know what, brother? I used to think the world was huge, and there were so many things I hadn't experienced. But suddenly, it feels like the world is small, and the things I let slip away will somehow find their way back to me. I have no regrets now.
How do you like the pair?
Well, if there's anything to worry about, it's probably you, brother. You've been following Master. Is everything going well? Lately, your gaze has been unsettling, and I'm really concerned. Don't force yourself to do things you don't want to. Master has a kind heart, and I'm sure he won't hold it against you.
My decision has nothing to do with Master. He respects my choice.
You're of the same type, always carrying the weight of the world for everyone else. I'm scared, brother. Brother. Don't do anything risky or hurt yourself. Just seeing you again makes me so happy. Promise me you'll take care of yourself. Promise me.
All right. I promise you.
How's Tianhua been lately? Not looking good. Despite all the treatment over the years, her condition hasn't improved even a bit.
Master, please help me.
While her condition isn't uncommon, there's no known cure for it. Not even I can change her fate. Well, take this water and give it to her.
Thank you, Master.
Is there anything else?
Yes, there's something else I need to report to you, Master.
Please, go.
As you predicted, the survivors from Emeon have arrived in Xi'an, including their leader and a young woman. I seek your guidance on how to deal with them.
So, those pieces are still in play. Nemesis didn't get their job done, it seems. To think that Magnifico made such a magnificent promise. Well, there's no use in complaining now. I hold no animosity towards Emeon. In fact, I have a certain fondness for them. After all, I am a scholar myself, and was once devoted to the pursuit of knowledge. However, those pieces belong neither to us nor to Weisha.
I don't quite understand, Master.
We're playing a game of Go, and suddenly, chess, king, and queen pieces appear on the board. What do you think we should do?
Naturally, we should pause the game and remove the pieces that don't belong to our game.
This is what must be done. It is not their fault. They simply appeared in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it is not our fault either. I cannot afford to underestimate Weisha. Remove them from the board. As for the method, I leave it to your discretion. But ensure...
As you wish, Master.
Is something else troubling you? You seem concerned. Worried about your sister, perhaps?
Exactly, Master.
Rest assured, Tiaohua will be fine. If I can fulfill my long-held wish, then not only Tiaohua, but all the people of Shen will be relieved from their suffering. I know I'm far from perfect, but I can confidently say that I have fulfilled most of my promises, except for those beyond my capabilities.
Your promises are never empty, Master. Now, please allow me to take my leave.
Who was that man we just met earlier? I see. It's nothing. I just hope that you'll always stay within my sight in the future. I can't foresee what may happen to you outside of my sight. Let's go back before it gets dark. I forgot to ask where the central square is. Let's start by updating her on her father's condition.
It's you! Did you go to the hospital? Have you seen my father? Really? It's good to know he's safe. No, I did go back home. But then I heard a loud noise outside, so I couldn't help but come out again to see what was happening. It sounded like the howling of a wild beast. Not like those oxen that wandered into the city, but more like a bear, or a tiger, or some other wild animal. I'm heading home now.
Please wait a moment. Where is the central square?
Huh? Weren't you sent by the government? How come you don't know that? All right. You're talking about the square in front of Nongsang Pavilion, right? It's actually called the Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture Square. Nongsang Pavilion is actually the office building of the Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture. When the city was constructed, all the urban areas were centered around the pavilion, and the square is part of the office complex. But then more and more tourists started coming there, probably because it's a popular spot for taking photos. Somehow the square became recognized as the center of Songlin City, hence the name Central Square. Oh, you're wondering why the urban areas were centered around the Bureau? Well, you can actually figure that out from the name Songlin, which means well-stocked larders. What good is a larder without food? So, naturally, the top priority here is the development of agriculture, forestry, livestock, and fisheries. After all, hunger is the root of all problems. By the way, while the square is open to the public, Nongsang Pavilion is off-limits to outsiders, so it's best not to approach it without authorization. That place houses the main server network of the centralized agricultural system of the city. The server network controls all the sprinkling, sowing, harvesting, and crop care systems within the city, and fertile plains. The security measures are as strict as those in a military area. Stay away from that place, and you won't get in trouble.
Weird. The stumps were intact when we popped. The fog is getting thicker. Stay close. Don't get separated. Watch out! Stay behind me! Let's find a place to hide for a while. The Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture shouldn't be far ahead. Is that statue?
Are you travelers from a distant land? As I thought. The young lady over there is recognizable by her clothes. Indeed. You must have seen me through the holographic projection, I believe. Normally, the Bureau of Culture and Tourism would be welcoming visitors. With the upcoming Harvest Festival next month, it would have been an ideal time for a warm welcome. However, due to the current situation, all publicity efforts have been suspended. I apologize for the unfortunate news I bring and any inconvenience caused. I assume you haven't had the chance to explore the city yet. While I may not be as knowledgeable as my colleagues in the Bureau of Culture and Tourism, I'm willing to provide you with any information that might interest you. Oh, please, go ahead.
That's Xisha, the first emperor of Xian. According to historical records, he unified the entire region of Xian. However, after the unification, he left the capital and embarked on a journey across the world. Legend has it that during his travels, he personally tested various herbs and educated his people about edible plants, medicinal herbs, and poisonous flora. He also introduced agricultural tools and techniques for cultivating fields and crops. As a result, the people of Xian revered him as the ancestor of... Moreover, the rituals honoring Xisha are a vital part of the festival. But that all happened thousands of years ago. Who can say for sure if the historical records are accurate or not? Perhaps he was simply an irresponsible conqueror who grew tired of ruling and decided to disappear for a while. Maybe the notion of him traveling the world was just an excuse to escape. As for all those achievements attributed to him, it's likely the result of later generations crediting him for the accomplishments of others. If Xisha were to know that he has become such a revered figure after thousands of years, he might burst into laughter. God? No, that's far from the truth. The beliefs in Xian differ significantly from those in Japheth, Cyril, Obed, or any other civilization in the world. While other civilizations engage in rituals for the afterlife, we focus on our present life. While other civilizations worship ethereal gods, we venerate our ancestors. If there's anything truly noteworthy about Xisha, it is that he established what later became known as the nation. The distinction between the ancestor of agriculture and the god of agriculture is profound. The difference between a god providing a bountiful harvest and a mortal cultivating the land is substantial. Humans have their fate in their own hands. So if one has to pay homage to someone, why don't they revere themselves? And if one seeks guidance from someone, why don't they look within themselves? In other civilizations, concepts like the end of the world, the last judgment, or something similar exist, with gods positioned at the culmination of everything. However, Xisha is not a god. He represents the origin of countless generations, a starting point, and nothing more. We don't believe in gods or saints. We believe in ourselves and our ability to shape our own destiny. But to be honest, I wish Xisha could wield some divine power and resolve the problem immediately. Just kidding. It's up to us to tackle the challenges ourselves. By the way, do you know that the Harvest Festival will be held earlier? Oh, when I left the Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture, I had a feeling like I was forgetting something. Now I remember, I haven't shared the news yet. I made the decision fairly recently. Considering the current unrest in Songlin City, the Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture decided to advance this year's Harvest Festival. This time, the festival won't be a celebration of a bountiful harvest, but rather an opportunity to pray for one and uplift everyone's spirits. We hope this festival will make foreign visitors feel welcome and at home. That would be fantastic. I've been to Obed before. Well, that was quite some time ago. People there were so kind to me, and I've always wanted to repay their hospitality. And now, meeting you here feels like that line from the poet. A familiar visage in unfamiliar space, a long-awaited rain amidst drought's embrace. Well, not entirely accurate, since... Anyway, I genuinely hope that Xian will leave you with unforgettable memories, just as Obed left a lasting impression on me. A familiar visage in unfamiliar space. But in the midst of this prolonged drought, will the long-awaited rain ever arrive?
私、誰かと行動することはめったになくて。
Maybe we should return to the square and wait for the vapor to clear.
Everything is okay here. It's just lately we've started hearing strange noises in the middle of the night.
What kind of noises?
Oxen mooing, birds chirping. I think I even heard a bear roaring last night.
It sounded like the howling of a wild beast. Not like those oxen that wandered into the city, but more like a bear, or a tiger, or some other wild animal.
Finally found you! I can't believe you ended up here and got yourself into such trouble! Finally, things are starting to get in. Let the fight begin! A fair duel between two hunters. Hey, what's happening on your side?
Show yourself.
Huh? What the heck? Report is over. That's what happened.
Things are getting more complicated. Considering everything, it's highly probable that the incidents in Songlane City and Fertile Plains were orchestrated by someone behind the scenes. And most likely, the culprit now sees you as an unexpected threat that must be eliminated. Indeed. It's puzzling why the culprit is targeting the head librarian of Emeon rather than Weisha, who holds greater influence and power. However, we can only hope to find answers directly from the culprit themselves. And the various troubles that keep arising are becoming increasingly burdensome. The Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture has unexpectedly proposed advancing the Harvest Festival to appease the populace. While I understand their reasoning, it's not wise to hold the festival at a time like this, particularly with the escalating influence of the anomaly. However, given the growing unrest among the people, advancing the festival may alleviate the situation. Therefore, we have submitted the proposal to hold the Harvest Festival earlier today. You don't seem surprised at all. I see. So you've run into Director Feng himself. The proposal was passed mostly because it was proposed by Director Feng himself. The Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture is actually the most crucial division of the government. Feng Lin is indeed exceptional to have become the director at such a young age. Among all my colleagues, he's one of the most pragmatic and capable directors. He never drags his feet, never lets his personal emotions cloud his judgment, and is easygoing in his everyday life, forging good relations with almost all departments. While he's principled in important matters, he has never offended anyone because of insisting on his own views. In fact, those who initially opposed him were eventually convinced by him in the end, or even joined his side. Despite his young age, he is unexpectedly rich in experience, almost as if he has spent decades in the government. Moreover, he is well versed with the actual production. As far as I can remember, he's never made any mistakes due to impractical ideas. Since it is he who made this proposal, I don't think anything will go awry. You seem to have something else to ask, perhaps? Oh, you want to know why Jisha left the capital after unifying Xi'an? To be honest, this is one of the unsolved mysteries in Xi'an's history. There are a lot of historians, folklorists, and archaeologists who have researched this topic, and there are many different opinions. The legend Director Feng told you is the most mainstream theory, that the first emperor wandered around Xi'an after he had unified the world, testing various herbs and imparting the essence of agriculture. However, there is also a less popular version that says the first emperor actually traveled around to seek immortality. According to some unofficial records, the first emperor left the capital because he wanted to continue his rule for eternity. The so-called testing various herbs was just a byproduct of his search for the elixir of immortality. As for imparting the essence of agriculture, it was because by teaching the people to farm, he no longer needed to search for food himself, but would accept the people's offerings wherever he went. In that case, he was actually interested in satisfying his own selfish desires, and his people, hidden from the truth, interpreted his actions as grace and worshipped him. No need to be surprised. It was thousands of years ago, after all, and it's normal for various theories to differ from one another. No one alive has ever seen Jisha with their own eyes, so whether he was an exceptional or tyrannical emperor, we shouldn't be surprised. Or perhaps the actual truth doesn't align with any of those theories that have been passed down so far. Speaking of which, Weisha was established at Jisha's era, and we have preserved a huge amount of historical records from that era. However, we have a peculiar rule that all records about Jisha himself are highly classified. and only Master Yuan Xuan is permitted to access them. The reason behind this rule remains a mystery. But unfortunately, Master Yuan Xuan is not here. Master Yuan Xuan went to Tsingyu City before you arrived in Songlin City. Tsingyu City is situated on Mount Tianchue in the upper reaches of the Grandeur River, where it converges with the immense mountain. Actually, Tsingyu City is the origin of this anomaly, and Songlin City is only affected because it's located downstream along the Grandeur River. Coincidentally, Tsingyu City is also the place where the first emperor established the first capital of Xi'an. It served as the cradle of Xi'an's civilization. Countless bronze artifacts have been unearthed there, most of which are rare treasures of exquisite craftsmanship. Many of those artifacts are so remarkable that it's hard to imagine they were created thousands of years ago. An intriguing thought, but unfortunately, Weishu doesn't believe in gods. Why seek answers from deities when we haven't actually understood the world around us? One day, humans will be able to understand the world on their own. Oh? That's hardly surprising. If I hadn't confirmed multiple times that he's indeed just an ordinary person, I would have recruited him into Weishu.
Bronze. Immortality. Eternal life. Xixia.
What do you mean?
However, ever since the cerulean blight spread, funeral parlors haven't received a single corpse. Not a single one. Not only that, our obstetrics and gynecology department hasn't welcomed a single newborn since then. It's as if the cycle of life and death here has been put on pause.
However, there is also a less popular version that says the first emperor actually traveled around to seek immortality. The so-called testing various herbs was just a byproduct of his search for the elixir of immortality.
King, sorry for interrupting.
What is it?
The Delphic Oracle has just sent us their water analysis results. The Delphi Academy's medical department conducted physiological experiments on the water samples and discovered that contaminated cells cease to divide anymore. Moreover, their original carbon-based structure rapidly transformed into an unknown compound. They are now conducting further analysis, but it seems that the new compound is a polymer formed from an unidentified element combined with metal elements. Simply put, the cells contaminated by the water transform from carbon-based life to a form of life with metallic properties. It appears that the transformed cells won't reproduce or evolve on their own. They will remain fixed in their current state, as long as there is no negative external interference, possessing an almost unlimited lifespan. They concluded that the new life form lacks the potential for iterative growth and evolution, but possesses an almost eternal lifespan.